close the eyes. Just visualize maybe standing somewhere in nature. Maybe it's a place that you like to visit. Maybe it's standing at the top of that mountain in your mountain pose. And as you hold this pose, just visualize drawing energy up from the earth beneath you. So nature is always given. And we're just drawing that energy, that sense of grounding, that sense of starting at our practice this morning. And as you do that, just start to draw the breath up from the ground beneath you as well. So you just feel the breath coming in through the soles of the feet, all the way up to the top of the head. And as you exhale, you're just giving that breath back, sending it back down the body. I'm going to take 2 more breaths like this. And 1 more. Just blinking the eyes open. We're going to start to circle the arms, so just bring the arms up and back. So as always, you're going to listen to your body in your practice today. You adjust your weights. We're going to take the arms forward. Big circles. And 1 more. And release. Just pick up your weights. Keeping a little bit of distance now in the feet if you haven't already. And let's just go side to side. So drop your weight one way and drop your weight the other. Side to side, stretching down the side body. Last one. And release. Bring your weights to the top of your mat and come to the top of your mat standing, feet together. I'm going to take that inhale in, looking up, and that exhale down. Come into that long spine. Plant the hands, step back into your plank pose. Lower down to your mat. Roll into your cobra. And take an exhale into child's pose, so sitting back. Going forward in the hands as well, coming down to your mat again, bending at the elbows, rolling up into that cobra and exhaling back to your heels. We'll do that a few times, so keeping that bend at the elbows, elbows tight to the body as you lower down, you roll up and you exhale back. Let's do 1 more. Exhale back. Come into your down dog, pushing back to those heels, squeezing the inner arms. Let that head just feel heavy. Look towards the hands, step right foot, left foot forward and fold. Inhale, rise tall. Exhale, heart. I'm going to do that once more. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, let's fold down. Inhale, long spine. Stepping back left and right. Lowering down to your mat. Roll up into your cobra. Exhale this time into your down dog. Push back. Send your gaze forward, step forward with your left foot. We're going to plant the right foot down, coming into warrior 1, grabbing our weights, so bend into that left knee, right foot is down, weights are in our arms. You don't want to go too heavy here, because we're going to do alternate arms. We bring up the right, we bring up the left. So up and down with those arms. Just to shoulder height, just in front of you. Palms are facing down. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time bicep curl, squeeze up and down, up and down. So feel free to change your weights if you need. You can generally go a little higher with the biceps. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your weights down to the top of your mat again. Frame your left foot, step back into your plank pose and hold. Shift forward and back on your toes. You're pushing back into your heels and you're rolling forward on your toes. Holding that plank. Taking 2 more breaths. Always drop our knees if we need to. Last one. We take that bend into the elbows and we lower down to our mat, onto our tummy. We roll up into our cobra. We push back into that child's pose. Lovely long spine, long arms, dropping down. Coming back into your down dog, push back. Squeeze those inner arms, let that head feel heavy. This time we're going to step forward with our right foot. Left foot grounds down onto the mat, we take our weight, we bend into that right knee. So in that warrior one, we've got our weights in our arms, in our hands. We do alternate arms, so up to the shoulder, back down. If you want to make it stronger, both arms together. So depending what weights you're using, if you're quite light, you can do both arms together. If you're quite heavy, then take alternate arms. Just to shoulder height. Keep that core strong, core pulled in. I'm going to do 5, 4, squeeze that left glute. This is number 2, and 1. Drop the weights down to the arms. We've got biceps curling up. Keep that squeeze in your left glute. Take a slight pause at the top. Really focusing on the bicep area so you can feel that working. Squeeze and that release. I'm going to do 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, squeeze at the top, release your weights down, frame your right foot, step back plank pose, hold it there, adjust yourself so you're over your hands, spine is long, pull the core in, so you're not dropping the belly to the mat. And this time we're going to go side to side, like you're dropping left hip down, right hip down. If you need to be on your forearms, then you can be. Side to side. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold, bend at your elbows, go down to your mat. Stay here this time, bring your arms alongside you, chin to mat, roll up chin, chest, arms, legs, and hold. Like you're trying not to touch your mat. Squeezing back, gauging all of the back body. Roll back down. Bring your feet together this time, legs together, arms come behind you. Link your fingers, palms together if you can, chin is on the mat. Roll up chin, chest, arms, maybe the legs too, pull back, Shalabhasana pose. Squeezing those shoulder blades. Hold 2 more breaths. And 1 more. Exhale, release down. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Push up, back, head into that child's pose. Drop the head. Rest there for a moment. Spreading the fingers wide on your mat, arms long. We roll forward, we bend at the elbows, we bring the chin down to the mat, we push it back up. We head back into that child's pose. We roll forward, chin down, not touching the mat. Push it back up. Sit back to the heels. Let's keep going. Slow, controlled movement. Pushing up, back. Well done. We're going to do 3 more. Nice and slow. Exhale when you come back to the heels. We've got 2 more. And we've got 1 more to do. Back to those heels, into your child's pose. And then find your down dog. Push back. Take that step to the top of the mat, feet come together, fold over the legs, grab your weights, bend at your knees. So you've got your weights in your hand, bend at your knees. Let's come into chair pose. We're going to bring our arms up if our weights are not too heavy. If they feel too heavy, we can bring them here. So just for a moment, bring them up if they feel okay. Drop them down, and now squeeze them up. Release down. We're in our chair, we're squeezing them up, releasing them down. Elbows are high. So imagine you're trying to bring your elbows higher than your shoulders. Keeping that chair, knees together, feet together. We've got 5, take that pause at the top. 4, 3, core tight, 2, last one, squeeze up, release down, arms high, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your weight, come back up, side to side, just as we did at the start. Well done. Coming back to center, we're going to step our legs wide. Turn our toes out. You know what's coming. We bend our knees into that goddess squat. We take a bend into our elbows. So you don't want your weights too heavy here if you have got a selection. We stay in our goddess. We've got that bend in the elbows. We squeeze our elbows in. We open them back out. We squeeze in. We open out. Holding that goddess, our back is straight, so we're not folding forwards. We're squeezing in. We're opening. Squeeze and open. We've got 5, we have 4, elbows in line with the shoulders, 3, don't let the elbows drop, this is number 2, the legs are probably feeling it now too, last one, take that squeeze, hold, 5, go deeper, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs, bring your weights down, turn the toes in, side to side. Maybe going a little lower now as the body has warmed up. And last one. Well done. We're going to turn the feet back out, bring the weights just in front of you. So from here we bend into the right leg, we drop the weight, we sit back into that right glute, we squeeze into a bicep. So we drop into that right side, we squeeze into a bicep. This is number 3. Squeeze up. Number 4, really sit back to that glute. Squeeze it up. 5, this is 6. Squeeze up. We've got 7. Hopefully my counting is still going okay. And number 8, sit back in that glute. Always take that pause in between. Number 9, dropping the weights down, curling them up. And number 10, squeeze and hold. Release those weights. We've got the other side to do. So we bend into that left knee, we drop the weights. We're going to pull them up this time like we did earlier. So we drop them down, sit back, pull them up. This is number 3, drop them down, squeeze them high. Number 4, squeeze up. 5 to do. This is number 6. Make sure you're sitting back into that glute as you go back. We're on number 8. Number 9. And we've got one more. Drop down, squeeze up, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your weights. Well done. Grab some water if you need it. And then come back to your mats. So come back to the top of your mat in that mountain pose, arms alongside you. Take out inhale, reach up. Out exhale, fold it down. Long spine here. Step back right, left, plank pose, hold here. So engage your core, spine is long. Holding, squeezing, being aware of all of those muscles. We're going to take a bend into the elbows, lower down to our mat. Relax our toes, roll into that cobra. Exhale, down dog. So holding your down dog here, reach your right hand for your left leg. So the weight is in the left arm. Doesn't matter where you hold on that left leg, but you're pushing away from your mat with your left hand. Feeling the engagement of the muscles in the left arm. Drop your right hand to your mat, spread your fingers, ground into that right hand. Release your left hand to your right leg. Hold here. Pushing away from your mat. Drop that left hand back down. And then back to that down dog. We're going to drop our knees down. Sit down onto our heels. Come round onto your bottom, legs in front of you. So our hands now are going to be behind us. Fingers are pointing towards us. We're going to bend into our elbows. We're going to draw our knees in. Straighten, go back further and draw in. So bending, drawing in. A little bit of core work as well as those arms. Coming back, squeezing in. We're going to do 5. Squeeze in. 4. This is number 3. 2. And 1. Keep the hands where they are. Hug the knees in for a moment. Drop the feet down and we're going to push up into an upside down table. So you push up and hold. So we've not given those arms a rest from our core exercise. We're now in our table. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop down. Send your legs long. Take an inhale, bring the arms up. And an exhale, fold forwards. Let the head go. Reaching those arms long. Stretching into that lower back. Taking one more breath. And coming back up. Take that bend back into the knees, bring the hands back behind you. Squeeze the knees in, take the body long and squeeze in. I'm going to go a little bit faster now. Hugging knees in, taking the body long. Hands are planted down. Stimulating that power chakra. We've got 5, 4, really squeeze in as you come in. Feel that core working. 3, 2, and 1. Hold the knees for a moment. This time send your legs long. Keep the hands where they are. Push up into an upward plank. It's optional, you don't have to push up. You can take that squeeze into the shoulders. And those triceps working. Holding 5, squeeze the glutes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all of the way down. Just realign the glutes so you're sitting evenly. Hug in your right knee. Take your right knee over your left. Left hand comes around that knee. Right hand behind. Take a twist into that shoulder. So pull that right shoulder back. Coming back to center, send your right leg long, hug in that left knee over the right, give that left knee a hug, left hand behind, pull back into that left shoulder, turning the gaze behind you. Coming back to center, take a cross of the legs whatever feels comfortable. And then bring the arms out in front of you. Take your right arm over your left, bind the arms, bring the palms together, send the elbows up. So you should feel that stretch now across that right arm, into that right shoulder. The higher you bring the elbows, the more you're going to feel that stretch. If it feels too much, you drop the elbows down. And just turn your gaze now towards your right shoulder so you get a stretch into your neck. Bring the head back to centre. Release those arms, arms in front. Left arm over the right. Again, take that bind. Higher the elbows, the more you're going to feel that stretch. Across the shoulders, deltoid muscles. Turning the gaze to that left shoulder, including our neck in that stretch. And release. Just bring the palms to the knees, close the eyes. As you inhale, shrug the shoulders up. As you exhale, let them go. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, let them go. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, let the shoulders go. Just coming back to that sense of grounding, of being present. And as you move into your day today, just keep that sense of grounding and presence with you. Try not to get caught up in the things that don't serve you, in day-to-day stresses. You can always come back to your breath, even just taking a moment to stand in nature. Even better if you can be barefoot. Taking 1 more full breath here. Exhale, just letting go.